Most people want to be on bigger podcasts, and I've spent the past 3 years helping top experts get featured on top podcasts. And I've enjoyed it tremendously, and it really helped my clients connect the dots and make it really worthwhile. But most people, when they get on top podcasts, they just get bigger audiences that don't convert. And the reality is, if you're getting on smaller podcasts and they're not converting today, a bigger audience simply means more people are going to hear you without becoming clients. And it ultimately ends up being a waste of your time. So before you go for those bigger podcasts, it's important to take a step back and look at that end-to-end journey to make sure that when you do get more visibility, that it's actually going to convert. It's kind of like when you're doing your marketing and you want to turn on ads because you think it's going to get you something faster, right? Get a result faster. But if you're not getting conversions organically and you turn on ads to that same thing, you're just going to burn through money. You're not going to get the big impact that you think you want because you need to make sure that those dots are connected and that it's easy for people to work with you before you crank up the volume. And the same thing applies to your podcasts where a bigger audience is not going to get you faster results if those dots are not connected and aligned. So I love to help my clients really dig into what they're currently doing with their journey and make sure that when they get on podcast, it's actually worth their time. And instead of just adding more and more interviews to your calendar, I help you get more value from the attention that you're already earning, which really maximizes the impact of when you're on these podcasts. And there are three things that I've found that most people miss. And the third one will help you get results the fastest. So I'm going to share them with you today. But the first transformational point in your podcast is that more visibility multiplies whatever is already happening. So if your pathway is working and you're going on podcasts and you're making conversions and you're getting leads and you're getting clients, fan-freaking-tastic. You want to go on bigger podcasts. You want to get more visibility because what you have is working. If it's not working, a bigger audience just creates more lost attention. Again, it's like going on ads and cranking up ads on a broken journey. You're going to have more people going off a cliff instead of coming to you because they don't know how to work with you. And there's a blockage there that is keeping people from working with you. Number two is the audience size matters less than the audience movement. And most people think a smaller audience isn't going to get the results that they want. But if I put you in a room of 100 of your dreamiest leads, your dreamiest people that would really need your help and said, this is exactly what to say, this is what you need to do, go connect with them, build relationships with them, they will build trust with you. What kind of impact would that make to your business? Versus 100,000 of the wrong people or people that don't know who you are or don't have a good way to connect with you, which do you think will make a bigger impact in your business? So it's not all about the audience size. Of course, more visibility helps, but if you don't have these things connected, these dots connected, it's not going to work. So a smaller audience with the right listeners and a clear next step can create far more business than a large show with no conversion pathway. So that's something that most people miss. And it's really critical that you get your journey down pat and that everything is really working well before you get on these bigger podcasts. And the third key transformational point is that the fastest way to improve your podcast results may be to stop chasing more interviews. First, make sure the interviews you're doing can actually lead somewhere meaningful. Meaning, if the interviews are not aligned to your dream clients, if your dream clients are not in the audience, or if the host does not have connections or the visibility to your dream clients, you can shout from the mountaintops all you want, but you're not going to get the leads and clients from it or opportunities even that you're really seeking. So it's really critical to make sure that everything is aligned, that you're getting on the right shows with the right audience, you have the right message, you have the right call to action, and you have the right lead magnet for them so that it's something that your audience cares about the most, so that they will want to take action with you. So before you chase another interview, make sure the ones that you're already doing are worth your time. And if they're not converting like you want them to, if you're not getting leads and clients and opportunities out of them like you want, then let's talk. Go to podvantage.ai and I'll help you connect those dots before you get on your next interview so that you can really see an impact from the work that you're doing, the time that you're spending, what you're investing. I will help you make a much bigger impact and multiply that investment tremendously so that you can get the opportunities that you want for your business.